So it's Melbourne City in all white to get us underway. Georgievski. Time to venture forward. Little layoff by Berisha. Khalfallah, deflection! Goal! Victory leads at the midway point of the first half. Fahid Ben Khalfallah's shot took a mighty deflection and wrong-footed Thomas Sorensen. Victory don't care. They lead the derby.
Proceedings. Fahid Ben Khalfallah, the shot probably going wide in truth.
As it's stolen away by Jack Clisby, and Moy slips it through. There could be an whole flags up. Flags up against Fornaroli. Back off Khalfallah. Still he goes on. Keith Finkler with the drive, and Sorensen did really well to get down smartly, and then was he fouled by Barbarouses. Moy, decent shape to it, but Vukovic watched it through all the way into his gloves.
Indeed.
Pull the ball up for City, who invite more pressure. It's Khalfallah who floats it to the back post, and there's Costa Barbarouses for the second, and Victory have a two-goal cushion.
Costa Barbarouses beating you in the air on the back stick. Reasons for an inquiry.
Again, the transition is all a bit laboured for City. Khalfallah gets the referee's decision. Retro's going to pick up a card for not retreating quickly enough. Khalfallah almost ensured that the referee didn't. Strong run. Down that left-hand side by Kisnorbo of all people. Now Morg, top of the box. Fornaroli, great turn! And there's a goal for Melbourne City. And it is a super finish by the Uruguayan. 2-1. That is goal poaching at its very best.
He goes out, give him some help. Give Bruno some help.
Now the counter perhaps on Aaron Moy. He'll look to go cross-field, and it's not a bad release. And it's Stephen Morg, chance for 2-2. How about that? What a comeback for Melbourne City. And in the Melbourne derby, it's a South Australian who draws the visitors' level. 2-2 with 20 minutes to go.
He hasn't shirked his responsibility. He's still working hard, and there hasn't quite been that edge.
Talking of edge, Dave Finkler's gone into the book. Finkler, little dink hit towards Berisha. Oh, great save by Sorensen. That's a wonderful stop to deny Besart Berisha. Not perhaps the right option. Oh, and now an arm across Del Pierre from Fornaroli.
Yellow card for sure.
It's all on the attack all of a sudden. And it's Connor Payne, gets his head down, whips it across. There's the winner, surely, for Melbourne Victory, and it's Besart Berisha. Who else? He lives for days like these.
Less of an invitation than that on big days.
There it goes. It's Victory again after a pulsating second half.
Ange Postecoglou this week called him the most exciting player in the A-League. So it's the Newcastle Jets with 6 points out of 9 so far who get things underway, and David Carney has sprung the offside trap immediately. Carney left it behind for Garuccio. Putting his head up. Real options.
Oh, he came back, he didn't need to.
Moy, deflection! Aaron Moy gives Melbourne City the lead. They've been dominant in the opening 12 minutes.
Look at Moy, just drifts in late. Watch his first touch. There, no pressure on him. Unfortunate deflection off Hoffman. But Aaron Moy, if you give him that kind of space, uses the body well here. Swivels, no pressure.
Stefan Morg. Garuccio's got plenty of space. Now the combination. What a goal this would be, and it's in! Another deflection. But the lead-up deserved a goal. It was tremendous. Stefan Morg involved 3 or 4 times, and it's 2-0 to City.
Challenge there. And you watch Morkel come in, picks the pocket, turns, gives it to Moy, straight back to him, uses the body, and now the ball come out to Garuccio. And what's good about Morg here is he just continues his run. He doesn't stand and admire it. Gets it again. Little give and go. Little bit lucky on the finish. That was on target. That's definitely his goal.
Trick from Levidic. Retray a little tired, perhaps. Back post. It's overhit for Trifunovic. Back in by Poljak. Kandarovski! And there's the reward for the Jets' brilliant start to this second half. It's back to 2-1.
Well, they fell asleep. They took the free kick quickly. Good piece of skill from Levidic. Just overhits his cross. But then the ball comes back in. Kandarovski.
Yeah, he ran towards the halfway line. Had to be restrained by the fourth official. Fornaroli. Beautiful close control. Oh, dazzling. And the save made by Birighitti. Still alive, and Gamiro snatched at it.
It's the ball over the top. Great first touch. There he comes inside. Turns again. Plays this one. The save there. With a good height for him, and then Gamiro. Newcastle back on their attack. Terrific switch of play from Lee Kiji.
To another left footer in Carney. Here's Hoffman again. Decker, they want handball. And penalty given. He had a chat to his assistant.
Again, they're just guilty of not tracking the runner. So it's Decker coming back. He touches his hand.
Trifunovic. Oh! There's some confidence from the striker. Right into the roof of the net, and it's back to 2-2. What a second half comeback from the Jets. Turn this one around in the second half. Bukani, who scored the winner last week late against the Victory, hangs it up. All Jets, and they're in front. Can you believe it? Trifunovic. He's got two in a matter of minutes. He's going to pick up a booking, but he doesn't mind. He's got two.
Great delivery from Carney. Trifunovic gets in between Moy and is it Connor Chapman, and that's a good header. This one he takes the keeper out of the equation.
Unless Chapman. Not a bad strike, but never threatening Birighitti. And what?
And welcome to Hunter Stadium as round 5 in the A-League continues with the Newcastle Jets playing host to the Western Sydney Wanderers. And what an historic day this could be for the home team. If they claim all 3 points, they'll be top of the league at the completion of a round for just the second time in A-League history. 3 goals in 4 games, including a brace last week against Melbourne City. And he gets things started with Leonardo, immediately getting David Carney involved. Now Carney delivers at the back post. Here comes Levidic, clever, and poking it just wide in the end was Bogard. And he thinks it should be a penalty. Nichols put his hand up, knew he was free. Lee Kiji came across him, and Nichols brings out the best in Birighitti. Helps it back into a clever area, and the header is scrambled clear by Birighitti. It was Neville looking to score against his former club. Trying to turn provider, the marquee striker. How's this? Vidicic denied by Birighitti again. How are the reflexes? And Carney got the better of Jamison and then got him out of the way. Advantage played. Here comes Kandarovski! And they've choked again in front of goal. Still the Brazilian, and that's a booking if ever there was one. And it's in David Carney territory now, the free kick. Oh, it is Lee Kiji. And it's in on the follow-up. There goes the flag. It's not going to count. Levidic goes to talk it over. Lee Kiji denied by the crossbar. Put back in by Levidic. And the assistant is saying the Serbian's offside. It's going to make for an interesting replay. Oh, hang on a minute. Has the goal been given? What about this? Celebration time. It does stand.
Levidic in an offside position. Is he interfering with the goalkeeper's view? The decision is no.
But he can't score on the follow-up if he's offside.
Well, that's the discussion that the officials have had. So he's flagged and said he was in an offside position, and then they decide, was it goodness knows what? In the end, they decide it's a goal. What a shame it didn't go in direct.
With the responsibility, and Birighitti
finally beaten. 1-1. And the Wanderers fans will think that's a bit of a square up for what happened at the other end.
Well, there's... Well, Brendan Sandel has won it. Fair play. Should take no risks, as Andreu did.
Work by Jamison to force Hoffman into error. Shifted in field by Bridge. Nichols whizzes one past Birighitti.
A little bit of curl and dip to get underneath Birighitti, who won't be completely comfortable with his effort here based on what he's done today for his team. But it's a goal that Nichols deserved.
Watson back in. Is he onside here? No, he's not. And that should do it. Flag up against Hoffman.
Well, clear offside. Late flurry.
And it's Adelaide United. And get things started through last week's goal scorer, Pablo Sanchez. A one-hand ball there. A clear one against Elrich. Careless one as well. And he gets a booking for it. Well, they go to Tavares, who tries to place it. And Galekovic had his angles covered, so pretty well worked. Jago did enough. And Isaias didn't like the way that German lunged in there, and there's a second booking in this game. Oh, goes back. He's going to be off, is he? The Reds players don't like it, and the red card is flashed to the teenager. Two here, fans are frustrated, but it's opened up for Moroney. Oh, and he just drags it wide. Game number 129 in the A-League. It's a lovely ball from Elrich. Now the header, and the flag is up to stop the roars around Cooper Stadium. Beautiful pick out of Sanchez at the back post. Task, but Jago read that ball from Holosko. Jago teasing one. Oh, what a save! Janjetovic making himself big. Isaias didn't get hold of that as he would have liked. Jago did! Back off the bar. Denied by the woodwork again, and Jago on the follow-up smashes it in. It's a rare goal from Jimmy Jago. But it's an absolute beauty. If at first you don't succeed, try and try again.
That was magical. And the excitement built until the second effort, which did get an assisted.
He's shown great pace of late. Here's Holosko. Oh, what a finish! There's your equaliser. Missed some absolute sitters last week. And now he's invented a goal.
Ninkovic unchallenged in the air, and the ball bounced over the advancing Adelaide defence. Holosko was alive to the opportunity.
Elsie's there. McGowan brought to ground, penalty conceded by Jacques Fati. And perhaps with virtually the last kick of the game, Adelaide United will have the chance to rescue the Argentine maestro, Marcelo Carrusca. Bang! Into the top corner. And they're going to win it after all, Adelaide United. Back-to-back wins for them. There goes the full-time whistle. George Mills has been out there 30 seconds. He's celebrating the most.
Victory, winner of 3 trophies in 2015, looking to restore what they view as being the natural order of things in this part of the world. They can go second as well. Always an occasion to savour. Christmas just around the corner. And now Berisha. Looking to run at Bartolo. A couple of step overs. He's going to the lateral! And tipped over by Sorensen. Something out of nothing.
Well, it must be a big game, or at least a game that Melbourne Victory need to win, because it's brilliant from Berisha.
He's got past Barbarouses. What about the delivery? Checks back up to the right foot. That's the opening goal for Melbourne City. It's Stefan Mork with the diving header. 20 minutes played.
And then the delivery on the cross with his lesser foot, if you don't mind, from Ben Garucha. It's a brilliant burst down the left touchline. He left Costa Barbarouses in his wake and then sold him another dummy. And that is a fabulous header on Derby Day from Stefan Mork.
Ben Williams happy to let it continue. This is Moy. Danger here, Stefan Mork. What a tackle by Georgievski. The follow-up from Fornaroli. And then in by Paolo Rattray. It's 2 for City. Incredible. Well, it's his first A-League goal. The former Melbourne Victory player in front of the Victory fans. What an occasion before Berisha won it. Here is the Albanian looking to halve the deficits, and he turns well and forces more work out of Thomas Sorensen. And Berisha will score, and there's no flag. Everybody stopped, standing like statues, but Victory have a lifeline.
Look how the Melbourne City defence dropped off. Partaloo in the first instance. Here, Fahid, have a cross if you want, because I'm not going to press you. Not good enough. Eric Partaloo clocks off. Berisha is onside.
On the deck by Finkler. Gets the return from Brzanic. Oh, there was a free hit. What a save! Jesse Makaruna's a possible replacement. Kalfala thinking about the shot. Clips it up towards Berisha. Onside. Sorensen out to meet a good save again by the Big Dane. Now what can Guy Finkler do here? On target, is it all? And I think he got a fingernail on it, Sorensen. Meantime, they'll thread it through. Berisha up against Sorensen again. Meantime, Navio, Partaloo inside the box. Oh, thumps back off the post. Fornaroli managed to get something on that. Here's Navio. First real involvement. It's a good pass. Berisha holds it on. Kalfala! Oh my goodness! Corner drilled in low. Thompson going for the cheeky one at the near post, and Sorensen was equal to that one. What a game! Finkler's corner off the line. Lee Broxham to drill it back in. Thompson. Kalfala punts it forward. Berisha onside this time. There ahead of the goalkeeper. Sorensen out of his goal. Berisha puts it into the side netting. Only Fornaroli in front of him. He slipped it through. Timed it beautifully. Bruno Fornaroli to win it for City. And Vukovic makes the block. Still not away. Williams. Kalfala drills it low. Franic down the line. The final whistle blows. Melbourne City and their bench pour onto the pitch. Thomas Sorensen, one of the heroes.
That's all for the future tonight. A chance for Victory to prove they're back on track. The win over the Jets, not pretty, but it sure was necessary. After 5 without success, the big question for Kevin Muscat tonight is whether that win has given his team its mojo back. So it is the Mariners in all yellow getting us underway tonight. Drifting in field, that is his what, and unleashing. Oh, it was tipped behind. Good save by Tom Hewitt-Bell. Bingham loitering towards the back post. Oh, there is the opening goal for the Central Coast. Harry Ashcroft standing tallest of all inside the penalty box.
Get that out of the way and admire the athleticism of Ashcroft. That is a terrific header. He gets great air.
Loop to count Stormroom, floats it towards the back post where Justin was waiting. Into the back foot again. Ferreira threads it through, and Josh Bingham scores, and it's 2 for the Central Coast on his first start for the Mariners.
Well, this is really a superb finish. Lee Broxham, perhaps a little bit of a deflection, but strikers who take it in stride. One-touch finish. Goalkeepers don't get a chance to get set and to adjust for the angles.
See how this develops. Barbarouses and Kalfala. Well, it was an awkward one to keep down. Ferreira, lovely touch by Fabio Ferreira to pick out Josh Bingham. Threads it through. Mitch Austin is 1-1 here. It's Mitch Austin for 3, and there it is.
Mitch Austin is not going to be able to be contained from this position. The only question is whether he has the composure to finish it off, and he answers it most emphatically.
Here's Fahid Ben Kalfala meantime. Victory could do with a response before the break. Bessa Berisha almost gave it to them. Stolen on the blind side by Ferreira, and they've got a man free on the right who's Mitch Austin. They're in behind again, the Mariners. Mitch Austin looking to make it 4. Oh, and it's only centimetres wide. Brzanic, that's a better ball. Barbarouses, chance here. That's a penalty to Spear Green. What about this decision ending?
Yeah.
It's Besart Berisha. It's 3-1. The Albanian rarely misses from the spot, and they've begun the journey, Melbourne victory. Taken throw, Berisha onto the chest of Barbarossa. Oh, that was glorious! Taps it on the follow-up. 3-2. Now we've got a real game in our hands.
From Costa Barbarossa, beautiful from Berisha, but that is delightful. Deserved a goal in its own right.
Here's Costa Barbarossa. Can he find that little bit of quality? Squares it up for Berisha. A lot of traffic. Berisha! Oh my word!
Advantage.
Barbarossa's his set piece. There's 2 free here. Georgievski must be in, surely. How did it stay out? Still alive for Broxham. Oh, and turned over at the last possible moment by Jake McGinn. Victory trying to force the issue. Another test for the goalkeeper out in top.
And Victory have had their chances to get level.
They still bite. As he floats it towards Barbarossa. Berisha! Breathtaking! Simply breathtaking! 3-3 in stoppage time.
And the Stuart Bell, look at that, the young goalkeeper, and think, I've got to be more dominant and come and challenge Berisha.
Well, 6 goals shared. 2. And now we're underway. And as we say, Andy Harper, the big 6-pointer, especially for Melbourne City tonight, and they do have some of their big guns back. Here's Dario Vidicic, who's got the jump on Jack Lisby here. Cuts it back onto his left foot, Vidicic. Didn't quite get hold of the efforts, but a dangerous incursion by the Wanderers. It is Harry Neville. The Frenchman gives Melbourne City a flying start here at AAMI Park with a bullet free kick. Redmayne couldn't get near it.
And it's just pinpoint. Anywhere up that line is just out of reach of Redmayne.
It out towards Garuccio on the left. Forward for the cross. A clean Fornaroli and a great stop by Andrew Redmayne prevents further damage to the scoreline for the Wanderers. The City look to go right through the guts of the Wanderers' backline. It's Bruno Fornaroli! How about that? And Bruno Fornaroli has got a magic touch in front of goal. It is a priceless gift, and City lead 2-0. His 12th of the campaign.
Even then it's late in arriving, and if there's a spot to find, he'll find it.
Lovely ball by Bridge, and Nichols is away here. Chance to halve the deficit, and it's gone through Thomas Sorensen somehow, and the Wanderers are back in it. And Sorensen, a rare mistake by the veteran goalkeeper, has been so solid this season.
From Sorensen, it's excellent from Mitch Nichols, and I reckon Sorensen's caught by surprise.
Andreu, the guilty party. Aaron Moy on the turn, it's Aaron Moy! And again Redmayne. Clever dummy by Dario Vidicic to skip away from Kisnorbo. He's back in position now, ball with Nichols. Castellan on the right. Oh, what a goal of Aaron Hughes! And Western Sydney Wanderers draw parity here at AAMI Park. 2-2.
And with defenders facing their own goal and the Wanderers outnumbering Melbourne City to...
Andreu having a stretch, punches it in towards Romeo Castellan. It's Castellan! And again Sorensen equal to it. Fornaroli has escaped clear of Alberto. Takes it up for Harry Neville. It's a chance here! And he's put it in the side netting with the goal gaping. Dimas lofts it over the top. Gogo Mabratu, great first touch. Mabratu didn't quite have the power to get past Soren. Oh, is that a hand? Was that a hand used by Pepper? Here's Neville! What a strike by Harry Neville! And this game takes another twist. AAMI Park erupts. Melbourne City lead again.
Totally and utterly unstoppable.
What is at the moment the winning goal? Aaron Moy can kill it off once and for all here. And there we are. A quite grim. A thunderous, boisterous reception for the two teams in the cramped atmospheric confines of Pirtek Stadium, about to be rebuilt into a state-of-the-art venue. But tonight, for one last time, the Sydney derby. So once more, and with feeling at Pirtek Stadium, the 11th Sydney derby underway. Oh, lovely turn, Dario Vidicic. Vidicic, too strong for his opponent, and Mark Bridge is onside here, has German for company. And Yerman has forced him a little wide, squares it up. Romeo Castellan, it's blocked by Ryan Grant. Slightly heavy touch, which gave Naumoff a chance. Curled around by Neville, Romeo Castellan. Back in by Ryle, and there's Jacques Fatih for Sydney FC, who have the advantage in the 22nd minute. They barely threatened.
Everyone was picked up, and then Fatih just too strong. Look at the cluster of players. Redmayne scrambles back. An unbelievable start for Sydney FC when you consider the pressure they've been under.
Neville swings it in low. It's an awkward bouncing one for Yerman to deal with. The header by Vidicic. Sydney FC having a good little spell of the ball here, and Holosko on the right goes for goal. Now given away, and here's Holosko. Little drop of the shoulder, beautiful ball through. And that could well have been 1-1. Wriggling clear of Tavares. Now Castellan with Neville outside him. Romeo Castellan tries to loft it over and finds Mark Bridge. Help provided by Castellan. Space here for Dario Vidicic! 1-1 in the derby. Beautifully curled into the corner by Dario Vidicic.
Pirtek erupts. It's a goal that's beautifully finished by the Socceroo Dario Vidicic. And look at this for a piece of television.
Shifts it back to Nichols, continues the run. It's Kieran Bacchus. Should have scored for the Wanderers. Credit to the goalkeeper who stood tall. Got visions of stealing this derby right at the death. Good shape to the delivery, and it'll drop here for Shane Smeltz, who could well have won it for Sydney FC. What a hit! Almost tore the net out.
One of the sharpest over the history of the A-League. Just closes his eyes, leans back, and rips it into the roof of the net. 3 against 1. Matt Yerman wins, and Shane Smeltz finishes it.
They've weathered an almighty Wanderers storm, but credit to Graham Arnold, his defence has been...
In recent times, the Wanderers get things rolling, attacking the RBB end, and releases Nichols. Early ball, is there a tap in? Vidicic had to readjust and try and chest it home in the end. Navio, Fornaroli, oh, that was breathtaking until the finish. Well worked by the Wanderers, great ball in, but the offside flag, it came against Bridge. These runs now becoming a trademark, but the finish on his right, not the best. Now he's got time again. Vidicic, offside, it's going to wind up in the back of the net, but it's not going to count. Oh, hearing the boos. Harry Navio, just fire him up more. Oh, and he was onside there, Aaron Moy. That's terrific goalkeeping by Redmayne.
Taking command of it.
Oh, 50-50 challenge, and it broke invitingly for the Wanderers. Here's Nichols. Oh, brilliant finish.
Finish from Nichols. He just passes this into the net. Quick touch there. Clisby slides in. Sorensen beaten. It goes across him. He's got no chance of stopping that. That's a really composed finish.
And now onside is Bridge. Nichols is back onside, looking for the quick fire double. Hung up towards Dimas. He was onside.
Well, he certainly tried.
And here he comes again. Whipped in, Mullick and Partaloo, and Redmayne did well to readjust. Oh, Mullick called Partaloo out of it. Bridge stayed onside intelligently. Mark Bridge blazes over. Moy, and the volley was terrific technique from Partaloo. Great movement, Sotirio. Cut back, he's going to find Vidicic. Vidicic right through the middle for Bridge. He knows where Nichols is. And Nichols has his head up. Which way does he go? Back to Bridge! Oh, fabulous!
At the top of your screen, you might see it now. There he just drops off, completely unmarked.
Oh, Malik, second time around, Dario Vidosic weaving some magic. How they pounce on the second ball. Clever ball, Vidosic. Nichols! Bridge! It's three! Those two have been deadly tonight. Sorensen came into no man's land. And Bridge, as you want a good striker to do, just gambles that's where the ball might end up. And he gets a tap in at the back post. We talked about the combination of Fornaroli and Navillo. What about these two, Bridge and Nichols, this evening, putting on a show? Harry Navillo trying to silence the Boo Boys, and he's done so. They've got one back, City. We have seen one 3-0 deficit turned around this season. Could they? Then he's isolated on top of Stanley, and we know he's got the ability one-on-one to beat anyone. Moy able to turn. He went back to Navillo. And Fornaroli! They've got two back in a hurry! Melbourne City, here they come! And that is a class finish from a striker at the top of his game. No chance for Redmayne. Oh, beautiful ball. Onside, Castellan to wrap it up. Santalab does! 4-2 to the Wanderers. No chance for Sorensen. A goal here would be consolation. And they've got it. It's 4-3. Get it into the mixer. Well, the Wanderers.
So off we go for Friday Night Football on Fox. And what a mouth-watering game we have to kick off the weekend, Robbie Slater. The pick of the 5 matches, undoubtedly. Yeah. Lovely inch-perfect pass for Petratus on the right. Hingert on the overlap, gets the byline, and Jamie McLaren with a tap-in for Brisbane Roar. He missed out on a goal last week, did Roar's leading goal scorer, but tonight sees the return of the Mac. It's lucky 13 for the season.
McLaren makes a run to the near post. He gets it, he just lifts it over.
It's a training ground move, which doesn't quite come off, still might. Oh, Broich's shot was deflected. And the follow-up from Bowles is straight in the breadbasket of Liam Reddy.
I thought he just opened up for him. I thought he could have taken that on himself. Thomas Broich coming in on his right foot.
Daniel Bowles is going to go into the book. Nichols. Neville pushing forwards. Decent cross. Sotirio across the face. And did he get a touch off Michael Theo? Ben Williams says no. Brisbane threatening. Hung up in the air by Hingert. Nodded down by Stefanuto. That would have been one of the goals of the season for Brisbane. Somehow it squirms its way through, and then a foul by Jamison. And that's going to attract the attention of Ben Williams as well. That's 2 members. Broich in space here, and Broich is going to hit it. Decent strike by Stefanuto. Has put his goalkeeper under real pressure. Here's Mitch Nichols. And he fires into the side netting. Rush of blood. Cuts across Dimas. And in towards Brendan Borrello. And there was a fair bit of power behind that shot. Busy 24 hours for Matt Mackay, who has now been pinged. Well, he gets a booking. Like a foul, was it, by Corona? Yep, and Williams agrees this time, and he's going to book Corona. In the book, slipped through by Nichols. Santalab onto it. Oh, that's got to be a penalty. It is. Michael Theo beaten to it by Brendan Santalab. Can Michael Theo atone for his error? Well, he got a hand to it, but it's too powerful from Andreu. And Western Sydney Wanderers restore parity here at Suncorp. 1-1.
He's filthy on himself. And here's the penalty. Theo's diving.
Oh, it's close enough to the keeper, isn't it? Castellan. North had to make it, but he's not. It's Romeo Castellan. It's opened up for him. Is the touch too heavy? No, he's found a way through. The Wanderers lead. Romeo Castellan scores in back-to-back games for the first time in his A-League career. And the Wanderers have come from behind to lead 2-1.
I think it's Bowles that goes to ground as well, and then it's a...
Borrello. Corona. And the touch is in off Jamie McLaren. It's 2-2. They're back level once more.
Corona with the time to pick out McLaren.
Race forward. Slides it through. Petratus! 3-2 Brisbane.
transition. That's what you call transition.
But the full-time whistle has blown, has it? Yes.
Jade North leads out the home side. Seb Ryle with the armband for the Sky Blues. So away we go here at Suncorp. It's a grand final come early for Sydney FC. In the end, Janjetovic at the last moment. And then the knee.
Yeah, he's just caught him.
Collected the forehead, hasn't it? Simon. Holosko! Sydney FC draw first blood. Philip Holosko has put the Sky Blues in front.
Well, it's a lovely combination here between Matty Simon and Holosko. Gets the lucky bounce there, but superb 1-2. Jade North can't stop him going through, and emphatic finish there from Holosko.
Donaghy. Oh, that was a crucial interception from Anderson. The ball's bounced up, no whistle. Sydney thought it was a handball, and Dimi Petranos squares it up.
Gets it back, and suddenly the ball did strike the hand there, unintentional. Just the control here, and does strike the hand. Still able to get through there, Borrello. Play the ball into
Brown. Abbas. Petranos, clever. Goal, Brisbane.
Well, it's a fantastic ball in from Corey Brown. Zabas with a mistake. Dimi Petranos, what a ball. Puts it on a silver platter for McLaren. Simply sensational ball in. McLaren just guides it into the back of the net.
Well, was he caught there? Corona by Matty Simon. The referee. It's clumsy at best from O'Neill. Launches it. Challenge. Blackwood as Bowles released the ball. Enrique. McLaren's arced the run, trying to pick out Enrique, cut out by Anderson. Abbas with the free kick, floats it up. Anderson is there, beaten to it. Here's the chance. Well, you never know. Philip Holosko has levelled it up for Sydney FC.
Here's Anderson. It's the header back there from Jade North. Holosko pouncing on the loose ball and just fizzing it past Jamie Young.
Now Brisbane at the other end. Looking for a swift reply. Enrique! By the looks of things, have been extinguished. Straight from the kickoff.
Well, superb play here from Corona. Just playing a lovely ball in behind to Jamie McLaren. Just a cut back there.
Well, another big night for the Brisbane Roar. That's the prize on offer. Well, the Melbourne victory helped kill off the Wanderers' hopes of lifting the Premier's Plate a couple of weeks ago with a whirlwind start here. Tommy Orr back in the starting lineup. Beautiful delivery. Oh, and Matt Mackay missed from a metre out. And Ben Calfella really punish here. Taking on Brown and teeing up Finkler. Finkler! Beautiful ball allowing Brown to turn. He's picked out Tommy Orr. Look at the first-time release from Corona. Referee having a look. Blows the whistle. What's the decision? Against Gary, a yellow card. Helped on by Valeri. Does find its target. Advantage played, might come back for punishment for Tommy Orr. And now the card is coming out for Tommy Orr, who caught Galloway late. Corona didn't get hold of it. McLaren stayed down for a little while. Look at that from Corona, and it finds its mark. Jamie McLaren away. Can he bury it? Lawrence Thomas denies him. And it's hands on head. in the travelling den.
As is this from Jamie McLaren. Gallifuoco made enough ground to put McLaren under enough pressure.
On the final weekend, Corona, Enrique, the super sub for Lawrence Thomas. He won't have to buy a beer next time he heads to Adelaide the way this is going.
And he zeroes in on goal. Enrique, it's too comfortable.
Donaghy ignored that, used Hingett, and that's going to be a booking, surely. Card coming out for Connor Payne. Corona. Here's a chance. Thomas denies them again.
Unbelievable during the week in the Champions League from Lawrence Thomas. It's James Donaghy battling away with Gallifuoco. It was probably Gallifuoco in the end with the last touch.
Nearly an own goal to win the Premier's plate.
Here's a go. Connor Payne.
Fans roar around Amy Park and Adelaide. Sinclair! They pour on. Thomas Broich wants to flick on. Is this the moment?
What about that tackle? What about that
shot?
For Thomas the Great. Enrique with the instinctive flick on. And not enough time to nail it. Tears down the cheeks of the Brisbane players.
You can hear the cheers all the way from the city of churches. Well, what a noise at Suncorp as the finals of season 11 commence. Brisbane Roar at home to the Melbourne Victory. Ball works into Berisha. Trying to open up the angle for a shot. Bessar Berisha blocked by Donaghy. Breaks for Finkler. Ben Kalfala, and Berisha was sniffing around. That's good keeping from Jamie Young. Georgievski will track this one down. Good ball. Barbarousa, stunning technique. But Carl Valeri's on the edge of the area saying you should have let it run for me. Couldn't take it first time, but they're still on the front foot. Deflects out to Ollie Bozanic, trying to place it. Deflection and just wide. Oh, that was a fantastic header from Georgievski. Barbarousa's Ben Kalfala. He was onside.
And he had a nervous look to the linesman. He was onside. What a miss. A big moment in this game. Beautiful play in transition from Victory. What about that ball?
Broich won it back. Lovely skill, and Guerrier on a yellow. He's off.
Massive moment. Massive moment. Terrific feat from Broich. In full flight, Thomas Broich, once he commits and doesn't get the ball, he goes flying, Thomas Broich, and the referee has his team under pressure, but they do have a corner.
Again, getting underneath it. Berisha! Bessart Berisha back in Brisbane. The first man ever to do that. And now with 10 men, they've only got 5 minutes or so to hang on.
And just drifts back into that little area. No one attacking the ball for Brisbane. It's really poorly defended. A great finish. Nearly on the floor, on the half volley, and look what it meant to Bessart Berisha. This man is absolute dynamite in the finals. And he puts a spear through the heart of his former club.
And they're straight back on the front foot. Chance! Mackay! Matty Mackay with an equaliser. Just a minute later.
We're still celebrating. Petratos gets himself into a position. Now look at the run of Mackay. He just drifts into that area and it's played into that near post. He gets across and that's a tidy finish with his right foot. Petratos just puts it into that near post area. No chance for Thomas. His momentum's going the other way. Would you believe it? Still celebrating Victory. They've switched off and Brisbane.
And the winner, Thomas Broich. A big-time player.
What a header. Great delivery. And what about, that's textbook. That's a thumping header from Thomas Broich. Right out of the textbook. Look at that. That's Jurgen Klinsmann at his best. It's unbelievable character. It really is. But look, Victory,
you know, for 70 minutes, put up a championship performance, and Cal Falau will be feeling the worst.
It is the 55th and final Wanderers match at Pirtek Stadium in its current form. One of the biggest of the lot. Dimitri Petratos from 11 metres against Andrew Redmayne. And he scores, fires it into the roof of the net. And Dimi Petratos, who grew up in Western Sydney, has plunged a dagger into the heart of the Wanderers. Handled by Andreu. Let's see how they deal with the free kick. Corona again on set-piece duty. On it he goes! They've got a second! Here they come again though, Brisbane. Borrello going first time. McLaren gets there ahead of Alberto on the turn! It's 3! You couldn't make this up! Jamie McLaren! Brisbane are in heaven here! Castellan had that early chance. Goes through the wall! What a hit! 3-1! That fairly tore into the back of the net. And the Wanderers have a toehold.
Well, I don't know, is that a wall or a sandcastle from Brisbane? If it's a sandcastle, the tide has come in care of Romeo Castellan and washed it away with a strike of real power and precision. I mean, that's not defending anything. It's paper mache from Brisbane.
It's a 3-goal drought, his longest of the campaign. Now Castellan's taken a tumble, but Santalab is away. One-on-one with Jamie Young. It's Santalab! It's 3-2!
Castellan appealing for the foul. James Donachie will wonder how he got caught so hopelessly second best in that chase. Santalab gets goal side and then stands up Donachie. Young's beaten at the near post. It's a catalogue of errors from Brisbane this time. And Parramatta goes off.
Headed clear by Corona. Lofted back in by Jamison. Nodded down by top of Stanley Nichols. And Young equal to it. There's a scramble. And Castellan. 3-3. The comeback complete.
And Corey Brown was it? He couldn't push out. That was Donachie who couldn't push out quickly enough. It kept Topol Stanley onside, and that played the advantage for the Western Sydney Wanderers, who was going to win that header and the scramble that resulted. Well, who else? Romeo Castellan. He's missed a hatful this season, but surely not from 6 yards. Surely not with an equaliser beckoning. And surely not with the red and black hordes cheering him on.
Pirtek Stadium going off. Dimas with the free kick. Jamie Young with the punch. He's not quite got the distance he wanted. Drops for Castellan! Hat-trick! 4-3! Astonishing! He'll slip through for Tommy Orr. Enrique on the left. It's Enrique. And here's McLaren! Can you believe this? It's 4-4! Give and go, but Shannon Cole pirouettes beautifully. Lovely football. Vidicic! Palmed away by Young. Still alive for Mark Bridge. And Vidicic! 5-4! Utter madness!
Great turn from Shannon Cole. Amazing contribution from Mark Bridge. The 1-2 with Dario Vidicic. Jamie Young can only palm. Mark Bridge stays alive in the contest and squares the ball to the marquee man Vidicic, who does the business. Beautiful goal to separate the teams.
Is there time for Brisbane? No! Full-time whistle. So off we go, a packed house at Adelaide Oval. Corner taken short and nobody's picked up Andreu, who's got time to deliver. And La Bicicleta, stiff touches. And gets it back off Stephen Morton. The Adelaide crowd like that. What about the cross from Karuska? Kamau! Bruce Kamau for Adelaide United! Arriving late, but they're ahead of the fullback. And Adelaide Oval erupts.
To Karuska. The pass was beautiful in the end from Marcelo Karuska, the magical Argentine. But look at that from Brucey Kay. He zips in front of Scott Jamison. It's a peach with the inside of his left foot. Met it perfectly, the youngster. And away go the Reds. Quite why Topol Stanley
put his leg in there. Kamau had lost control of the ball, and in fact it's Kamau on that angle who'd made the contact. I don't think there's any complaint.
It's going to be Isaias. Oh, Isaias, the Spaniard. Sí, senor. Sí. 2 goals to the good Adelaide.
It's an incredible goal. Any corner on this earth, that is golazo. Beautiful.
A space to exploit here for the Reds. Goodwin as they look for a third. But he's dragged his shot wide.
Rushed it.
Carrusco. Gite trying to roll away from Topo Stanley. He's in here. Gite squared it up. It's only partly cleared. Stefan Mork. And he was leaning backwards and got too much elevation on the shot. Think about Castellan shooting over the top. That's a nasty one from Andreu on Gite. Jared Gillett is again going to go to his pocket. The watch by Jared Gillett, and that'll do for a first half that has very much gone the way of Adelaide United. 22 years they've waited for a championship in this part of the world. They might only have another 45 minutes to wait. So a blast on the whistle from Jared Gillett gets us back underway, and going for the 1-2 with Mork a second time. Dug out by Stefan Mork, is going to try and curl it. It's a routine gather this time for Redmayne.
That hasn't materialised into a goal.
Look at the work of Isaias. He'll take several rolls following the challenge of Jamison, who is going to follow his colleagues Topo Stanley and Andreu into the book. Here's Castellan as they try to start the journey. Laid off by Santalab. There's one back. And it is a smashing hit by Scott Neville.
And it's a moment of quality, really, in exchange. The ball thread through from Romeo Castellan. The deftest of touches from Brendan Santalab. And
just trying to ward off raid after raid of Wanderers' attacks. Chipped in by Andreu. Galekovic came a long way and got it.
Really good claim.
In the way. Back with Goodwin towards Gite at the near post. And the Wanderers survive. And what drama we've had. Not finished yet. Mork's corner. Out towards Goodwin, who lashes it right-footed. And it might break for Thurio. There's a scramble. It's gone in.
Offside.
Or is it? Offside flags up. It won't count.
Brilliant save, Redmayne. Inexperienced at this level.
It's away with the ball. Everything on the line for both teams. And a foul by Dimas, which he is furious about. He goes into the book. About to be delivered by Dimas. Towards Neville, and Topo Stanley, in fact, got there first. On target, but when Adelaide City last brought a championship, a mistake by Bacchus, there could be an air. Pablo Sanchez, that's it! They've done it! The super sub, once again, off the bench, scores the clincher. Adelaide are going to be champions for the very first time in the A-League era.
Then they didn't lose, they lost 1 for 20 games that followed, finished top of the pops, host a grand final, and put a third nail in the Wanderers' coffin.
And on balance, you'd say they deserved it today. There it is. Thanks to Amor, they are bridesmaids no more. Tears from Eugene Galekovic. He knows the pain that they've been through. And in front of 50,000 parochial South Australians, Adelaide United have finally reversed the curse and laid to rest those ghosts of grand finals past. Bottom in November, premiers in April, champions in May. Western Sydney Wanderers waits for a title goes on. They now match the Mariners in having lost 3 grand finals. But today it's all about the Reds, about an unprecedented journey after that dismal start to the campaign. It's their time, it is their moment. Adelaide United,